Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Hey, sports fans, if you're not calling John Anthony, you're simply missing out. To prove it, I'm releasing your Monday Night Report absolutely free and recorded message line. 1-800-244-5506. Baltimore at Tampa Bay. Tonight is going to be a monster game, and I've got the side and total. Baltimore, Tampa Bay. Confirmed analysis and special props. That's 5 big plays. John Anthony has you covered. I love to sweep the board. Call now to hear them for free on recorded message. 1-800-244-5506. Information wins. John Anthony Sports, number 1 against the spread. Call 1-800-244-5506. If you want information, I've got it. Baltimore, Tampa Bay, plus special prop action. I love to go 5-0 the season free. John Anthony Sports, number 1 against the spread. 1-800-244-5506. That's 1-800-244-5506. Or go to johnanthonysports.com.
Sponsored by JFSR Group.
This is Zach Gelb with the Odyssey Sports Minute. Major League Baseball got their Dream World Series matchup with Aaron Judge's New York Yankees going up against Shohei Ohtani's Los Angeles Dodgers. We know Ohtani will win the NL MVP, and Judge will take home the AL MVP. But what if Major League Baseball only handed out one MVP award? And the trophy in that case should go to Judge, as he has a higher WAR, batting average, plus more home runs, RBIs, and walks than Ohtani. I'm Zach Gelb.
94 WIP HD1 Philadelphia. Live from the Tasty Cake Studios. Always live on the free Odyssey app. This is the Brandon Graham Show. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
It is the Brandon Graham Show live from Chickie's in South Philly. Brought to you by Miller Lite. It's Miller time, Eagles fans. Celebrate responsibly. Before we get going, it's after a win. Is everyone ready? E-G-L-E-S, Eagles! There we go. These are fun after a win, right?
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. You know, we just working.
Yep.
It's just working one day at a time.
Too, but not for the players.
Wow, it's not fun for me.
I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah.
For real.
So Brandon Graham here, Howard Eskin here. So, BG, I have to imagine, given what happened last week, the tone around Nick, the sort of intense environment in media and fans, I have to imagine that yesterday's game took on maybe a life of its own for players, just in sort of a stand by your coach, maybe show what the team is made of attitude. Do you feel like you guys brought some of that into the game yesterday?
I just know that we know we could be better than what we was putting out. And so we building every day. Every day we building. I know that it's a confidence boost for a lot of the young people that got in. They got reps, especially with us going up 28-3. Jalen's got him a sack. You know, I was hyped for him. Man, like it's just I felt like it was a confidence boost of like, man, if we do it the right way, look what happened. Like, look, when we play together, this is what happened. You know, everybody be accountable for their job, all that stuff, and we just keep working. We can't be full at the end of the day. Like right now, we ain't satisfied. We just know we just working. We just, one game at a time. We're trying to stay consistent. And, man, I'm excited for what's to come because I know we all knew this could be possible for us, but it's like we knew we got to keep working. And so I think that's what's happening right now. Everybody's building that confidence.
You had to know that the game meant something a little bit more to Saquon as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
It must have been nice to see him go off in his old stadium against his old team.
Man, that was the best for him, boy. I know I'd have felt good, boy. If I'd have got 3 strip sacks in the game, that's what it felt like with 170-something yards.
Yep.
You know, how many touchdowns did he have? One?
He only had one. He should have had 3, but he only had one.
No, I know.
Yeah.
The tush push.
Got a couple of tush pushes in there.
Took 2 of them.
Yep.
But, yeah, man, I love just how everybody in all phases, special teams stepped up, had a nice little punt return. I mean, it was some good things out there. As you know, we always trying to find what we can be better at because we want to make sure down the line, these teams that's coming up, I mean, they're gonna challenge us too. And every week it's a different week. Gotta find out what the game plan is, and we gotta execute. And we know what when we don't execute what it look like, and know what when we do execute, this what it look like.
You know what? There was a lot of chatter last week, and Nick was asked about it after the game yesterday. And I know he told you guys earlier in the week, he apologized, he went through all that, he says, that's it, we're done talking about it. But that the players actually, I don't know, I can't say you try harder, but think about coming out, hey, listen, we got to have this guy's back. And did it have any little thing to do with the way the team came out?
No, I mean, we definitely know that we gonna have each other's back in this thing because we work too hard to not. And if we want to win, we know it's gonna take everybody. So I hated that coach went through that, but I'm glad he did too because I know everybody felt that because we had the answer to it all week. It didn't feel like a win. In my mind, I mean, I'm gonna enjoy it because it was a win. But out here in Philly, when you heard the radio and stuff like that, it didn't feel like it was a win. It felt like it was more criticism than anything. And so I was just like, man, all we could do is work. Like you said, all you could do is put your head down and go to work. People gonna say what they're gonna say, but now what can they say now? Other than they waiting on the next time you fall, and that's all people do. They wait on the next downfall. But hopefully, we building this thing to where we don't fall so hard like how we was in the beginning, like early on. Some of these games that people assume that you just gonna win because of who this team is. It's like, man, we got to go out and execute and make sure we know what we can do as a team and not make mistakes and stuff like that. And I felt like we put a complete game together yesterday.
What did Vic Fangio do to step up the pass rush?
Nothing, man. It was attitude. It's attitude at the end of the day. I felt like we 4-man rushed him a lot of the times during the game, and then certain situations, he gonna throw a 5-man in there where the linebackers blitz, like N'Kobe got the blitz as I'm dropping, so really it's like a 4-man, but you think it's like a 5-man coming. But it's like, it's just like it worked out well. Everybody sold what they were supposed to sell to get guys through, and they didn't they took away their first read in the back end, and that's what happened too. When he had nowhere to go, that was a sack.
Who's playing his ass off is Mitchell.
Oh yeah,
gosh, boy, he's
boy,
really
cute, nice, ain't he?
Yeah.
Man, I hope he did. I wish he'd catch him a couple. That boy just knocking things down.
Yeah,
but he don't understand them interceptions. Them the ones that gonna get you in the Pro Bowl. Because people definitely know like he gonna be an All Pro for sure. But if not this year,
he plays tough too.
Yeah, and he tackle.
Yeah,
that's another thing as a corner when you got a guy that's like right there tackling and not scared to get his just get in there because it is a little scary for some of them because it'd be a lot of stuff in them piles, boy, and some of them old linemen definitely be trying to take their head off. But yeah, I'll mess with you.
If you're watching on YouTube and you want to ask Brandon a question, next segment we'll ask him some of those questions. Just leave them in the chat. Speaking of rookie secondary guys. So Cooper DeJean had a couple of really nice moments as a punt returner. Mm-hmm. He did get stiff-armed by Daniel Jones. Did you guys let him have it a little bit?
I seen that on the film. I said, ooh. Everybody just was like, ooh. Like Daniel Jones really think he a running back back there. Yeah. So next time. We'll wait till after the game talk about that one. Because we do got to play him again.
Yes. So you guys were able to eventually play with a lead in this game. Can you explain how that helps you defensively if the team is able to get out to a lead? How can it change how you attack?
Well, you start to smell a little blood in the water because they got to pass in order to get, especially if you've been stopping the run on running downs. But you got to know that it's still time, so they still gonna run their offense. They still gonna throw runs in there. They're gonna throw a screen in there. You got to make sure that you still play honest. But a lot of guys up front for sure. We like playing with the lead because now we know that they got to play catch up. And so this is where sacks come in, and this is where we can really bury them and kill drives by getting after the quarterback. But we got to still make sure that we stay sound on the stuff that the details of stopping the run, being in your gap. Don't go chasing plays. That's where you can get hurt in those moments if you don't talk about it. People just chasing plays, like chasing the sack, and it was a run play, and now you don't let them hit us for 15, 20 yards because you was out your gap, because you was up the field. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. It seemed like I think it was the third quarter, you guys were up 21-3, and they ran it like 5 or 6 straight times, and it was successful.
Yeah.
And is that because you guys are mostly in the mode of playing them to pass?
They know exactly a D-lineman's dream is to be having the lead, and now we know we in pass situation, but they still try to run the ball too, because they know that's what we thinking, because that's what they line thinking too.
Yeah.
You know, the offense only threw, what was it, 14 passes Jalen threw?
14 pass, drop back more times because he got sacked a couple times, but threw 14 passes.
Okay, threw 14 passes. It seems interesting that that's all it was, and Saquon was great, and as a person, he's obviously, I saw what happened when he didn't want to go back in the game to give Gainwell a chance. But do you think that you have to pass a little? I don't want to take away the success of the run. You know what I'm saying? To pass a little bit more, to be more effective against certain teams.
I think everything starts with being able to run the ball on people.
Right.
Being able to open up some things, because if the D-line know that they can pin their ears back and go get you, and you ain't gonna run the ball, I mean, you really just setting up your O-line for failure, because they going backwards more than they going forward. And sometimes you got to bruise the guys just so that they can know that they'll play the run even more, because they don't want to get ran on, and then it's a play action pass, and now they stuck on the block. They can't get off, and they get Jalen more time to get the deeper route. All that stuff work together, I feel like, but it always start with being able to run the ball, or if you do drop back, and like with the O-line we don't have to 7-man protect as much, but sometimes if you're gonna pass a lot, you better add a couple guys back there just to give you a tick more of time.
Fred Johnson in practice must be doing well, because it seems like he's doing well in the game.
Oh yeah, man, he always been working. He was hungry from the jump, coming in, competing for a spot, because he knew the guard position was open, but I'm sure he just wanted to be out there on whatever he did. So he always showed that toughness. We always gave him our best, and man, I'm proud of him too. That boy, he's been working, and he only gonna keep getting better by just fine-tuning his technique, making sure that he's communicating with the guys, and I'm hoping he's serving somebody that's watching him at the end of the day.
When you guys hit Daniel Jones a lot yesterday. When you're able to hit a quarterback early, are you able to see him thinking about it? Like, is that something you can sense with a quarterback when he's worried about getting hit again?
Yeah, I mean, you'll start to see the game start happening when you out the game and you watching your teammates go after you all just got a sack, after we stop the drive, and then you start to see, man, he moving around a lot more now. He ain't standing on that spot no more, and so that's when you got him. We just got to make sure that we get to him, because, I mean, he like to escape through the B gap, and we got to make sure we rush together, because sometimes you can go past the quarterback and think that you can run a hoop, but then that's where he steps up and be able to have vision and be able to get the ball downfield. You want to always be in his face, and that's the goal, like to close up the B gaps and collapse the pocket to where if he do go outside, he'll be running right into the ends.
Yeah, and he'll run. Yeah, Jalen Jones, pretty good runner too.
Yeah, we knew that We knew that they like quarterback run and all that. We were saying, like, man, they must don't like him out there, because the boy they running him a lot.
I'll tell you, he was pissed apparently because
they pulled him.
Yeah, they pulled him. They didn't pull him to protect him. They pulled him to create a spark.
Yeah, that's what Dable said, to give the team a spark. That's why they put Drew Lock in there.
He stinks. But that's all right. Yeah. I could say it. You won't say it.
What? That's tough. Wait. I'm saying who stinks? Oh, he won't say he stinks.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got to play him again.
Yeah.
Now, you won't play him again after this season, because I don't know that he'll be in the league. But other than that,
What do you think they do? I mean, they paid him.
You know what? Sometimes you got to bite the bullet.
Well, they're out of it after this year.
Yeah,
they can get out of it after this year.
Yeah, and the Eagles bit the bullet with Carson. So, it's just.
Dang, how much was that one?
Like 130 some million, I think.
Well, on the cap, it was 30 something.
It was 30 something.
But Denver had 80 on the cap this year with Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
So it seems like when teams decide that it's over, it's
over.
They don't care how much it is on the cap, because you don't have a quarterback you can have faith in. Then that's a huge deal.
So that's just the cap. Go against the cap for this year, and then next year it'll be clear.
I think they're clear next year.
Clear next year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
they still lucked out with a cool little team though.
Who, Denver?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I like Bo Nix. Bo Nix is not your typical throw it a lot quarterback.
But I feel you though.
Yeah. He's a football player.
The boys going.
Yeah.
We agree on that. Actually, it's
really?
shocking that we
on Bo Nix?
I like Bo Nix.
I love that.
Yes, I did. And he's got a good coach to coach him as a quarterback.
Sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Brandon, we were talking about Quinyon Mitchell and Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors only had, I think he had 4 catches for 41 yards. But a lot of that, I think, probably has to do with the pressure that you're able to put on the quarterback and not having the secondary have to play defense for that long. Can you talk about how the defensive line, how pressure on the quarterback and the secondary sort of work in tandem that way? How if they're doing their jobs, it's easier for you to do your job and vice versa.
Well, the quarterback is trying to get that ball out of his hand in less than two and a half seconds. I'm sorry. And when you take away that first read and then you give me an extra like half a second, that's normally when the D-line get there. And so that's how they work together. If you take away the first read and I'm cooking up front, I'm beating my guy, winning your one-on-ones, like that's how it works well together, because we know some quarterbacks, they want to get the ball out, which Daniel Jones, from what he showed on film, he was shallow in the pocket. As soon as he grabbed it, he's normally throwing it straight out. But we knew that going in, and man, we knew certain stuff that Vic had us prepared for, and man, we just trusted it, and we went out there, and that's why we had an 8-sack game, because them guys, the attitude of them guys getting there, it was like we ain't gonna be denied. We coming to play, and so I was proud of the guys and their effort. The effort of just with the DBs being on the same page, on top of us rushing together, and we hit the quarterback I don't know how many times.
Hey, why did Jordan Davis not have a lot of snaps? I think he only had 12 snaps.
Oh, 12?
Yeah. I know it looked like, because he came in better shape this year, it looked like he was going to step up.
Yeah.
I don't know what the issue is, or if there is an issue, but man, if you had him playing like the other guys were playing, it would be incredible.
I believe he I see exactly, what he can do in the pass force,
Right.
But now it's like just being able to get a chance to, because of, how it didn't work out so good in the beginning, is just now, I just think that, like I told him, just stay ready for like when that moment comes, and hopefully, you get it on downs that you win too. But yeah, I think it's gonna get better for him. I really do, because I see his attitude every day. We working every day, we talking through, and I see him getting it, just continuously working to keep getting in shape and making sure that he's in the best shape for the games every week.
All right, we'll take a break now. We'll get to some. We have a couple of good questions from YouTube, including you lining up opposite Malik Neighbors on one play too. That picture's going around the internet now. So we will take those questions. This is the Brandon Graham Show, live from Chickie's and Pete's in South Philly, brought to you by Miller Lite. It's Miller time, Eagles fans. Celebrate responsibly.
The Phillies will be left wondering what could have been.
The Phillies enter an offseason of uncertainty.
Is there a lot of things that we could have done better? Yes, we didn't cross the finish line.
Got a great group of guys in here. Got a really good core.
What are we doing? Are we here for a championship?
All the Phillies offseason happenings happen here.
The roster is a championship roster.
Your exclusive home for Phillies baseball.
The answer is playing well at the right time.
Sports Radio 94 WIP.
The World Series is set. I'm Joe Ostrowski here to help you beat the books with BetQL. It's a coast-to-coast World Series, Yankees versus Dodgers, a marquee fall classic. Game 1 opens Friday in LA. The BetQL model will have all your 4- and 5-star best bets ready for
for a star-studded World Series. I'm Joe Ostrowski. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetQL and BetMGM apps today.
All right, when it comes to getting life insurance for your family, a lot of excuses can get in the way. But ask yourself this. If something were to happen to me, who would pay the mortgage, the kids' education, and the other bills? Then forget the excuses and check out Ethos Life, the online, easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes. Ethos has rates that you can afford, like a $500,000 policy for a 40-year-old male starting at $1 a day or $30 a month with a few health questions and no medical exam. Get your free quote right now at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com. Not available in all states. Rates do vary.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
When is the last time you paid less but got more in return? It happens every day if you or a loved one has Medicare Advantage. $0 copays and an average of $2,500 less out-of-pocket annually, but more benefits like dental, hearing, and vision. More prevention and screenings to keep people healthy. More care for less money. No wonder 33 million seniors choose Medicare Advantage. Visit MedicareAdvantageMajority.org to learn more. Paid for by Medicare Advantage Majority.
It's a new era of orange in Philadelphia, and you don't want to miss the Philadelphia Flyers hit the ice at Wells Fargo Center this season.
Save, rebound, Konechny, he scores! Travis Konechny on the power play!
Be here on October 26th when the Flyers take on the Minnesota Wild at 1 p.m. The first 10,000 fans in attendance will receive a Flyers fanny pack. Get your tickets now, only at PhiladelphiaFlyers.com.
Sticking to the fundamentals and not wavering from the game plan is a great philosophy for football and banking. And for nearly 160 years, the dedicated PNC teams are in formation to help fans receive sound and reliable, personalized financial advice to get them across the goal line. Because as they see it, a win for them is a win for the greater Philadelphia community. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Breeders' Cup horse racing? Check. Weekly promotions? Got them. Huge payouts? You bet. With Naira Bets. Bet on any track, anywhere, anytime. You bet with Naira Bets. Grab your Breeders' Cup $25 free bet at NairaBets.com/Philly25.
The NBA is back, and FanDuel, in partnership with Valley Forge Casino, America's #1 sportsbook, wants you to catch all the action. Because right now, FanDuel is giving all users 3 months of NBA League Pass. All you have to do to catch every tip-off and buzzer beater is place any $5 bet on the NBA. A team that I'm looking forward to watching this season, and I might have to place a future on, those Oklahoma City Thunder. New to FanDuel, just visit FanDuel.com/Fritz to get 3 months of NBA League Pass courtesy of FanDuel. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NBA. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official partner of 94 WIP.
21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. After a 3-month trial, full price of League Pass will be automatically charged monthly. Cancel anytime. No refunds. Terms, restrictions, and embargoes apply. Limit 1 pass per customer. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
In business, success is never by chance. You know that better than anyone. So why settle for a marketing agency that gambles with your money? At Scale Marketing, we've been in your shoes. Our founders successfully owned and operated businesses long before becoming marketers. They understand the business of, well, business. We specialize in performance marketing for mid-sized B2C companies with teams of over 100 people. From traditional and digital marketing to media buying, data science, and creative production, Scale Marketing manages it all. Our tailored strategies drive measurable growth, turning your challenges into opportunities. Imagine your company leading the market, not just participating in it. That's what we do at Scale Marketing. Don't let your business growth plateau or underperform. Scale Marketing will pinpoint exactly what you need to focus on, ensuring your success isn't left to chance. Take your business to the next level with Scale Marketing. Visit scalemarketing.com today. That's scalemarketing.com.
Low of 54 overnight. Tomorrow, sunshine 84.
Weather brought to you by Robert Half. Robert Half's recruiting professionals use their award-winning AI to connect businesses with highly skilled talent. Learn more at roberthalf.com/talent today.
Your coworkers might annoy you, but we promise we won't. Download the free Odyssey app and you can listen to us at work while you tackle your inbox or get ready for another meeting that probably could have been an email. Tune in late? You can rewind your favorite live shows to catch what you missed. And with Chapters, easily jump to the topics that you care about most, like the latest updates from your team. Your sports talk, your way. The Odyssey app. Download it today.
Back to the Brandon Graham Show with Spike and Howard Eskin. Brought to you by Miller Lite and Chickies and Beats on Sports Radio 94 WIP.
It is the Brandon Graham Show, live from Chickies and Pete's in South Philly. It's brought to you by Miller Lite. It's Miller time, Eagles fans. Celebrate responsibly. All right. Can I give you some questions from YouTube, BG?
Let's do it.
All right. This came from Kyle. Kyle says, BG, what was the story of you looking like you were going to be in coverage against neighbors? Was that more of a ploy, or were you about to go step for step with them?
No, it was more of it was a zone. They wouldn't set me up like that. They would put me out there on the island with them, but it was more zone with that one.
That was it's a great picture. You just
I do like it. I'm like, boy, I look skinny right there.
Yeah, he's a player, by the way, Malik Neighbors. Good player.
He is a good player.
Daza says, it's always a pleasure listening to your opinions. How would you rate Jalix Hunt? So Jalix Hunt, I think was a safety 2 years ago or something, and is now playing defensive end. Got a sack at the end of the game. How is he evolving? Where do you think he is in his development?
I think he's right where he need to be right now. Like, he is doing such a good job. He got that edge. I think he's definitely gonna be a star for the Eagles. Once they unleash him.
Yeah, he's got a good. It seems like he's got a great personality.
Yeah,
too,
man. Like, just want to soak it all up. Like, they did a good job with Jalix. All it is now is just him getting that confidence, getting stronger. Even though he's strong already, like, that boy bring it. I'm just saying, like, sometimes off season, and start looking at somebody when they get a real off season, it's gonna look real good. But not saying that he's not ready now, but I'm just, you know what I mean. Like, every year that he get that off season, he gonna come back even stronger, because he was just up there before I got up to the show, just doing some stuff. And I definitely got much respect for Jalix and where he's from, where he came from in his career, and I can't wait to see where he go. But I think they got a good one in the making.
And one more from the YouTube chat. Bird Gang 52 asks who the best trash talker you've ever played against is.
Man, that's a good one. You know what? I had to say Phillip Rivers, because he used to
Oh,
go
really?
back and
Oh,
forth.
he talked a
He
lot.
talked a lot. Yeah, he talked a lot. Every time I used to play, boy, he'd be coming looking for me if they scored a touchdown for real, because I done said something. And I was young at that time, but I ticked him off a couple of times that I played him.
You think he's a Hall of Fame level player, Phillip Rivers?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think he worked his butt off every day. He might have not got the ring, but how long was he with the Chargers? He was there for a while, wasn't he?
I think almost 15 years he ended up playing the NFL. Yeah.
Right. So I just know for him, I know it's a numbers thing. So I just really think that he had a heck of a career, especially with the people he had.
Yeah.
Thinking about that, do you ever think you have gotten to take a quarterback off his game because of your trash talking?
Hey, that's the whole goal.
I know it's the goal,
get
but
them boys,
get
them boys thinking about me, and don't let me get a sack. And I told you I was coming. Oh man, you ain't gonna hear me. You ain't gonna stop hearing that.
Have you ever think you've gotten to somebody by him thinking too much about your trash talking?
If I had to say,
it's probably
like a Tony Romo.
The stiff that he was.
Hey, man, I used to love playing him, boy. Because he just always had that little funny smile on his face when we played him. Like, especially after, if they losing, he just kind of look up at the what's his name, like got a smile. Yeah, no, but I say I just said Tony Romo because he Dallas for sure, and I used to love playing him when he was there.
The Giants were missing Andrew Thomas yesterday. He was a great player.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that you guys target when a team is missing a key offensive lineman like that? And if so, how do you do it?
You'd be silly not to. You put your best players over them guys.
Okay.
It's all good. Everybody professionals. Sometimes you got to go in and be a professional early, ahead of your time, and that's what happened. Even like Fred just got in, right?
Yeah.
So you see some of the guys fighting over going over Fred because they don't want to go over the lane side. They want to go over who they think the fish is until Fred strap you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then you sick because you're like, dang, okay, this dude ain't as easy as I thought. Because sometimes you think you're gonna go against somebody easy, And really, that's the hardest person you do because he got a chip on the shoulder. He got something to prove. And I sometimes, you forget that until you run into that brick wall sometimes, or they run into you. But in this case, it was a good one for the Eagles. I know we always looking for the advantage, the one-on-ones. You got to find the matchups in there so that you can get the win. Because if we find a weakness, we definitely gonna try to exploit it.
Is there a second best trash talker on the defense? Obviously would be the best.
CD definitely be talking out there. Who else? Let me see. Jalen Carter for sure. You just got to make sure he don't get mad for real.
I was gonna say, he looks like he talks a lot, Jalen Carter.
Jalen be having fun, but until he get for real,
yeah.
Then it's like, hey, hold on, man. I thought you was playing with him. Why you mad at him? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now he had a great game yesterday as well. What's the key to him? To him, because when he's great, it seems like the defensive line plays great. If he's great, what is the key to getting a consistent great performance out of Jalen?
You know what? Just praise him. Making sure you praise him too, just as much as you critique him. You know what I'm saying? Because we all need that. We all want that. We all want praise when we're doing good. And then some people want to hide when they're doing bad because they don't want to hear the criticism, but you got to be able to take both. But I don't think we got any people like that. But I'm just saying, like, some coaches don't do that because they feel like they'd rather just tell them the negative and so that they can figure it out on their own because they grown man or whatever. But most of them, most of us, everybody want to get praised in some way on a good job. So I try to make sure for me, as being in that room, I make sure I always praise them. Hey man, good job. I think Nick Sirianni does a great job calling them out on top of praising them in the meeting room and telling them we gotta have you right here. We gotta have you, man. When you a beast like that and you already show what you can do, everybody expect the same every week. And so Nick always praise him, but he definitely hold him accountable too, because you gotta have a little bit of both.
You know what? You just brought up a good point, which I don't think people realize. I don't know if people think that Nick Sirianni's soft and too nice, but you just said, he does both.
Yeah,
he'll compliment you, but he'll call out players when they don't do well. It's just, explain that to people that he's just not a one-sided guy.
No, he's not. Because it don't work like that. Anybody that works in the team setting, you got to make sure that you got to have everybody believing in the dream that you're selling. And when you got like different talks in that crowd of people that you got where they talking and conspiring against you and bringing people over here, say it and looking at every mistake you make, which is the fans right now make every mistake that what's the name make, boy, they is on him. And it's like you think it's greener on the other side, but you might got the guy right here. Like, he took you to the Super Bowl. Like, I understand it's a right now league, but boy, like Nick has did nothing but, show love in this organization. And then he get bashed. And then of course he gonna go back. You got to be able to take what you give. You know what I'm saying, fans? I would want to go back and say something and be like, boom, but I go about it in a fun way. But Nick, I know some people go about it in different ways, but I know for Nick, we got his back, man, because we see him every day. And I know that he hold people accountable. He did it. He do it because it's like, man, I can't have these young guys thinking I'm not the tough coach because I can't talk to the guys that make the most money. It's like, no, we got to understand it. I don't take it personal because at the end of the day, I know y'all gonna need me to do my thing as far as, when my plays come, and I'm gonna need these young guys to do it because based off what they done seen us do and how hard we worked in practice. And I think Nick does a great job of that, man. I just think that people just not in the building to see all that. They just see what they see on Sunday. But I'm telling you, like we headed in the right direction with what we got in that building.
Has he ever had has a player ever gone back at him? Some players get a little carried away if a coach criticizes it. You don't have to say who it is, but is the player ever?
The way he criticized, like you would say in the beginning, he was more like a little bit of, like like messing around, playing around the fence with it because he ain't know what he like. This was his first year, and he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna need you here, but you know, it ain't like he more assertive, even more now. Like that's how you learn over these years on what you can do, what you can't do, you know. And then some people make you mad after a while. You just like, you know, I'm about to let them know. Like, let me stop. I'm gonna go all in with it because this is my job that's on the line. That type of stuff, you know. But I felt like in the beginning, it would have probably been me too. Hard to kind of like go off on somebody and do all that because you know that's the first time as a head coach. But nah, man, I'm trying to win. That's all he say. Like, look, this session right here is for the guys that, you know, hey, we all here trying to win, right? So when I say what I say, I'm not gonna disrespect you or anything, but I gotta have you right here, and I'm gonna just tell you, like we talked about this. You need to do this job the way we did it in practice, and this wasn't it right here.
You know what? A lot of people, I should say a lot of people, it's come up a little bit since Nick Sirianni shaved his head.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that was a bonding thing with the players? I mean, why do you think that he did that?
Is he joining the military?
You know what? Right. You're going to have to ask him on that one, but if I had to guess, I know he probably just was like, man, I want to switch it up. Just want to switch it up because they was on him. They was on his head. And then they got on his head even more because of the haircut. I mean, like I tell him, go out being you, man. Don't let these people change you. Because at the end of the day, that's the whole goal is for them to see who tough and be tough during these tough situations. And I think he's doing a good job of that because it is messed up, man. Like that we got to win and people make it like, well, you supposed to do this. It's like we weren't supposed to do nothing other than just go win. That's it. And I mean, I understand you want to blow out, but in this league, man, it ain't always that. And the good teams that's hot right now don't always end up hot, you know, in the end. You know what I'm saying? So we building, and I'm loving that right now that we right there in the middle,
You know what's interesting, and I got to get the numbers. More teams are winning by less than 7 points this year in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
The average is the win differential is less. It's a fact, and I don't know why the offenses aren't scoring as much or whatever. But more teams are winning by less. So there's not a lot of teams that blow out teams anymore. I mean, Carolina sucks.
I mean,
but
it's crazy,
so
but
much.
who Carolina lose to? I mean, who Carolina beat this year?
Who did they beat?
They did beat somebody. I can't remember. Vegas. Huh?
Vegas.
Okay. And what's Vegas' record?
They stink, right?
Okay.
I think they have 2 wins.
Yeah, Tom Brady will change that.
Yeah, well, he probably will.
So, yeah, I forgot.
Do you think Howard should shave his head in solidarity with Nick?
I think so. I think he
so
needs a new
too.
look.
Right here, next
Need a new
Monday.
look,
If
yeah.
you guys beat the Bengals,
Hey,
no,
we win that bowl. Let's do it right here.
Tell you what,
yes.
Yeah.
if somebody offered $50,000, I might do it.
50,000
no. You should
$50,000 and half of it, I would donate to charity. Now, I hope somebody doesn't come up.
You want 25?
Yeah, I want 25. Well, why shouldn't I get something?
Hey, I
Grow
understand.
back.
Hey, but that's funny though. Oh man. Well, we win that bowl, man. You gotta shave that head. That's what you just shook on.
Come on. Yeah, we saw it. We have it on tape.
Hey,
We have it on
Gotta
tape.
bring it back.
Yeah.
Hey, people better not donate a dime.
Yeah. Well, trust me.
Hey, you might get the biggest donation. Hey, and they want to donate to autism this year. They're gonna say, hey, this is
Shave the
Howard
head.
Eskin right here. Add this to his bill of what he got.
And he doesn't keep half.
His donation. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I keep some of it.
What?
Keep $10.
Give it to me first, and I'll give it to them.
$10.
Yeah. That's what it is, huh?
Speaking of coaches, Vic Fangio doesn't seem like he's a guy that pulls many punches. Now that you guys have had a training camp with him and had, played 6 games, do you feel like the players are starting to adjust to not just his scheme, but his way as well?
Oh yeah. I think they see how he operates, and that's what you want as a coordinator. You want to have everybody on the same page. A lot of people at first was just trying to figure out the job description. Now everybody know what that looks like, and now it's even getting better by the week. And man, let's just stay consistent and stay healthy. Get some guys, making sure that people healthy out there playing, and we out there rallying together as a defense, covering up mistakes on, like, if somebody miss a tackle, the next guy come in. It's almost like, tag team, because as soon as I missed, I took my shot. You was right there to clean it up, and I just think that everybody right now is building that confidence, man, with each other. That togetherness you got to have as a unit, and then I know the offense gonna keep getting it right each and every week, and they're gonna keep getting better. And we all just working, man. That's it. We ain't scared of a little bit of work. That's what we doing. We working every day to try to be the best team we could be in this league right now.
All right, we'll take a quick break, then come back and talk about Sunday's opponent, which will be the Bengals, who are playing a little bit better after starting off slow. This is the Brandon Graham Show from Chickies and Pete's, brought to you by Miller Lite. It's Miller time, Eagles fans. Celebrate responsibly.
All right, gentlemen, this is Emmett Smith on behalf of the Pen, and I've got the perfect play. Run straight to your doctor's office for a life-changing catch. Because when prostate cancer is caught early, it's up to 99% treatable. And one blood test might be all it takes. And now through November, the Pen is donating to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for select purchases. Talk about a great play.
From September 1st to November 30th, Depend is donating 40 cents to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for Depend Shield Guards Real Fit products purchased in the U.S. up to a maximum of $300,000 void in Mississippi.
Wendy's breakfast burrito has an entire breakfast in every bite. Fresh cracked eggs, seasoned potatoes, American cheese, cheese sauce, and sausage or bacon. So the first bite is like fresh cracked American cheese sauce, bacon. And the second bite is like fresh cracked American cheese sauce, bacon. You get the idea. And now get yours with $1 any size soft drink. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Exclusions apply.
There's nothing quite like the Honda Civic Hybrid, Accord Hybrid, and CR-V Hybrid when it comes to exhilarating efficiency. With hybrid technology and thrilling capability, these vehicles deliver an electrifying performance on every drive. But what truly makes these hybrids special is the unwavering determination that inspires everything we do. Redefine your driving experience with Honda, KBB.com's best value brand of 2024.
Contact your local Honda dealer today.
Based on 2024 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
As a bank, PNC prides themselves on being boring. But the truth is, they couldn't be more excited to serve the dynamic greater Philadelphia community. For nearly 160 years, they've quietly toiled away to deliver brilliant results for their equally brilliant clients. PNC has dedicated teams throughout the local area, all ready to do the boring work to help you unlock your own brilliance. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Xfinity here. How can we help?
Hi. My daughter invited her entire class to her birthday party. Can my Wi-Fi handle it?
Oh, well, at Xfinity, our latest gateways have tri-band Wi-Fi technology, letting you connect hundreds of devices at once.
No way. So if all the kids are watching stuff on their phones, well, their parents are sharing videos online.
Yep, go ahead and watch videos. They can all do their thing and party their way. No problem.
Oh, we are going to need a bigger cake.
Now through November 12th, get fast, reliable 300 megabit Xfinity internet for just $30 a month for 12 months with no annual contract and unlimited data included. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Xfinity, bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless plan and auto-pay with stored bank account. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Currently $90 a month. Actual speeds vary.
Get my neck roll! Ike Reese here, and I know about tackling. And you know what? You can tackle your game day menu this season with the official hot dog of the Philadelphia Eagles from Dietz & Watson. Fire up that grill at the tailgate with perfectly smoked premium franks and sausages in bold flavors like jalapeno cheddar and bacon cheddar. Sandwiches are always better with freshly sliced meats and artisan cheeses from Dietz & Watson. Head to DietzandWatson.com to find a local retailer near you. Dietz & Watson, it's a family thing.
You're in hot water, mister.
What'd I do?
I told you months ago our utility bills were getting higher because of that old outdated tank water heater.
Maybe it's time we finally switch to a Navien tankless.
Learn about Navien's high-efficiency tankless water heaters, endless hot water, all while helping you save on your energy costs.
Hey, look at this. Our utility bill is lower since we got the Navien tankless water heater.
Who's in hot water now?
We are, all the time.
Learn more at tanklessmadesimple.com.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, to check you have a full tank of gas first before road tripping through the desert.
Empty? Seriously? Maybe I can walk.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Maybe I can't.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
This season, get premium tech that inspires joy from Dell Technologies. Bring projects to life with the XPS 16. It delivers supercharged processing for enhanced productivity and freedom to express yourself. Performance-class Dell PCs with Intel Core Ultra processors deliver a dedicated engine to help accelerate AI. Enjoy free shipping, Dell rewards, and expert support. When you get a Dell PC with AI, it gives back. Shop now at Dell.com/deals.
Back to the Brandon Graham Show with Spike and Howard Eskin. Brought to you by Miller Lite and Chickies and Beats on Sports Radio 94 WIP.
It's the Brandon Graham Show live from Chickies and Pete's, brought to you by Miller Lite. It's Miller time. Eagles fans, celebrate responsibly. Spike Eskin, Howard Eskin, Brandon Graham, of course. Now, BG, Monday Night Raw is over at the Wells Fargo Center tonight.
Uh-huh.
Were you ever a wrestling guy?
Oh, yeah.
Who was your favorite guy?
I mean, I had to go with I like X-Pac.
Oh, yeah.
X-Pac. I used to do that a lot. I used to do that a whole lot. Yeah, you already know. Man, I mean, Stone Cold for sure was everybody's.
Yep.
I used to do that too. You know, popping them cans of a Sprite or like a Pepsi or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But man, yeah, X-Pac was the guy.
I like the real older entertainer type guys. The Hogan era. You went to, I know I took you to WrestleMania 4, right?
Yes, in Atlantic City.
Yeah. I took him to wrestling when he was a kid.
Man, that's what's up.
Oh, I'm telling you, we were ringside.
Yeah. Honestly, one of the most startling moments as a kid. So my dad used to take us to wrestling at the Spectrum.
Yep.
And we would sit in the press box, right? This one as a little kid. And I remember going down the stairs and seeing two wrestlers that supposedly hated each other just hanging out downstairs.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, it's definitely not real.
Yeah.
That's when I had that moment.
That's how it is, man.
His brother, I have a picture. What was he, like 4 years old?
Yeah, with
picture
Hulk.
with Hulk Hogan.
With the Hulk.
Yeah.
Man, that's what's up, boy.
I had dinner with Hulk last year at spring training. I actually
He's got a bar in Clearwater.
Yeah, right. I've been to that. And if I text him, he gets back to me. He's really a nice guy.
Yeah.
And, but all those guys. And then I was the ring announcer for it was Hulk Hogan and $1 Million Man, Bill DiBiase.
Ted
DiBiase.
Ted
DiBiase.
Yep.
It was cool. I mean, the Iron Sheik, that was great stuff.
Man, boy, them performances was crazy.
Yeah.
And now, it's cool, but it wasn't nothing like how it was back then.
Yeah, there's more blood back then, too. Yeah.
It was like they had made it look real.
Well, I got to meet Mick Foley, Mankind, a couple of times because a friend of mine produced a documentary that he worked on.
Yeah.
And now he used to fall from way up top, like
the cage one.
Yes, from the very top would hit and his body is completely crushed by it. Can barely walk. His hips are disaster. Yeah. A lot of those guys are a lot of painkillers.
Hulk Hogan has had 10 back operations. 10
of them.
Wow.
Yeah, but he's still kind of trying to hang it. He doesn't do anything physically.
That's what's crazy.
But he's still Hulk Hogan.
That junk dude wear down on you, boy.
Yeah.
But you know what's amazing? I didn't get ripped for taking my kids to an event that I could cover.
Oh man, dang, that's crazy. Nah, but man, that's a good one right there. They say what you say you was in the box? You was in the box?
Yeah, in the press box.
Dang, back then, boy, you was doing big things in the box too. For real. I was like, dang, that's what's up.
With that and saw the wrestlers, it was great.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool, to hear my son and daughter on what kind of struck them. On what they remember,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because their lives are going to be they're going to be able to be close to people that most people, like I got to when I was younger, I got to meet all these people. It was just normal to me.
Yeah.
And when your kids grow up, they'll realize that all the people that they were close to when they were younger, how much they got to be close to those people that a lot of people, weren't.
And can appreciate the pictures and all that stuff
when you get older.
Yeah, when you get older. Yep.
So you guys have the Bengals on Sunday. Started off slow. What do you know about Joe Burrow as a quarterback? What do you think of Joe Burrow?
He's a competitor. You got to make sure that you keep him contained because he like to extend plays, and he definitely got a great arm. We got to make sure that we stopping the run. And, yeah, man, we got to make sure we hitting him because he a good quarterback. He hot and cold sometimes. Like, he can be hot 1 minute. He can look cold, but he a competitor, like I said. The game is never over. You just got to make sure that you go out there with the right mindset and execute the game plan.
And two really good receivers in Chase and Higgins as well.
Yeah.
They can put up points.
Yeah.
Well, you better get to the quarterback.
Yeah.
Man, hey, we got to do it, though. You know how I go. Hey, we can't talk about it. We got to go get it.
Where's this? Jackson asked in the YouTube chat, something not too many people mention is nickel cornerbacks are usually smaller. Cooper is 6 feet, 200 pounds. How does that help in run defense and defense in general, having a nickel being as physical as Cooper can be?
Well, that's what you want. You want your corners to be able to come up and hit them because most of the time they trying to seal us as a D-line and seal the linebacker with a crack block or a side block from the side, and then make the corner. It's called crack replace. So they try to crack us to get us not to be able to go outside, and they want to make the corner tackle. And so when you got a big corner and people that do want to tackle, it makes it hard to run those type of plays because those are for the plays that, for corners that just say, hey, I only get paid to get interceptions. I don't get paid to tackle. You know what I'm saying? And you got those in the league too. So
you have Quinion and Cooper for about 3 years making tackles until they realize that the next contract is
that next one is on his way, and they're just trying to stay healthy. But I think being a dog is going to be a dog. You know what I'm saying?
You know who's really impressed? I talked to Mark Sanchez yesterday. I actually talked to him Saturday and then yesterday, and I stayed in touch with him. He was in one of the classes at USC with one of his brothers. Never came to class, but he was the quarterback at USC, but he never came to class.
Yeah.
But anyway, he is so impressed with Cooper DeJean playing a position that's really hard to play as a rookie because he watched a lot of tape because he did the game yesterday. And, coming from somebody that looked at him from the outside, that's a pretty good compliment.
It is a good compliment against a quarterback, too. That's probably like going through the progressions of what he would have did on certain plays. And he's like, man, he wasn't open right there, so I wouldn't have had to look to him, or maybe I might have threw it to him. But, Daniel Jones got sacked right there or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like you only going to know when he make them plays when they come his way.
Well, BG, yesterday's win was good, but I think the team has a new mission to win a Super Bowl. It is to get Howard Eskin to shave his head right here at Chickie's if they win the Super Bowl. No. If they win the Super Bowl, you shook on it.
Yeah, and then I want to do it. We got a little rookie. We got a rookie going.
Oh no!
Yeah,
we got to charge.
I can't say nothing about Seth because he already balled.
Yeah,
well, we got to charge admission to come into Chickie's if we do that.
You're not getting any money for this. I'm sorry. All right. Thank you, BG.
They gonna donate your name. I told you.
Yeah. The Players Lounge is next with Ike Reese, Hugh Douglas, Elliott Shore Parks, and this week's guest, Jordan Mailata. We will be back with you next week. This has been the Brandon Graham Show from Chickies and Pete's, brought to you by Miller Lite. It's Miller time, Eagles fans. Celebrate responsibly.